Right, afternoon all. Another weekends of camping. We have guests. We have 4 people on site today. Myself, my friend Mark, and we have a couple new guys that have never been here before, called Dan and Chris. And would you believe they've come down all the way from Sunderland to do a camp? So that's got to be 6 or 7 hours drive, something like that.
That's commitment.
Yes, that is serious commitment. I'm very, very impressed. I really am. To be fair, I've been talking with Chris for months about sort of setting up a camp at some point in the summer, and the date is finally here. So yeah, quite good. Been chatting with the guys online quite a while, and this is the first time we've sort of actually met in person, which is nice. Because there's guests, I'm not quite sure how much filming I'm going to do, because I feel a bit rude in some ways, ignoring them and, you know, faffing about with the YouTube stuff. And of course, I can see out the corner of my eye Chris dancing like a fat fairy in the corner, trying to put me off while I'm doing my filming. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those sort of camps, but yeah, we'll see. This might be a short video, it might be a long one, who knows? I don't know at this point. Got the Russian hammock out today, just for a change. I don't think I'll need him zipped up. It's quite mild. There's quite a few bugs about, so just have the bug doors zipped up, I think. DD tarp over the top. No rain forecast as far as we know. It is later in the weekend, but of course this is the long bank holiday weekend. It's currently Thursday. We'll see what happens. But yeah, tarp's there if I need it. That'll do. There we go with Chris's setup. He's set up nice and high in his hammock there, and he's got the 4x4 in a pretty decent shelter there, and a ground sheet on the floor as well. He's going to be fine in there if the weather does turn a bit crappy. We shall see. There we go, and that's Dan's set up for tonight. Nice big shelter again. 4x4, Dan? The top? Yeah, big bugger. Make a great shelter, them they do. Really large. Mark has gone with his One Tigris Cosmito tent. I quite like that tent. It's a decent looking thing, and it's got quite a lot of space in it. I hate to say it, but that might be one for the future. But Kate would probably shoot me if I bought any more camping gear. Right, we've got Mark here. You know Mark. Everyone knows Mark. I've camped with him a bloody million times.
1,000,001.
1,000,001. Oh, great. We've got Dan, and we've got Chris. All right. So yeah, these are the 2 guys that have travelled 1 billion miles to come down here for a camp. But seeing as they're northerners, I think really they've just come down for the sunshine. But slight change of plan in some sense. Rather than having a relaxing camp, just spotted a couple of people in the distance, sort of the direction we're looking now. And they were walking from right to left, both with big packs on, and you know, bed rolls and the such with them. So they're not just hikers. And this woodland is normally deserted. We nearly always have it to ourselves. It's very unusual to see people in here, and I have heard a bit of noise up to the left. So I'm going to creep up round there and see if we got someone else camping in here. Camping in our woods? How bloody rude. Sorry about the sun in that direction. Nothing I can do about that. That's the back of our old camp. Not seeing anyone up here. This is where they, or at least it sounded like they were. Not spotted anyone yet. just going to walk a loop around the area. I'm probably 300 metres from where we're actually set up at the moment. I have camped this spot many times before in the past, right here, and it's sort of how Mark and I met. I always camped here, and I didn't know, I'll turn you, there's not too much sun, I don't know how well it shows, the fallen tree there. His camp was the opposite side of that tree, and we didn't know about each other until one day I came back to this spot and someone else had been here and left a right mess. There was rubbish everywhere, bottles, cans, half-burnt tree, etc, etc. And obviously I didn't want to be associated with that sort of rubbish, so I cleared the area, cleared it up, and never came back, because if the landowner did come here and find me camping, I didn't want him to think that I was responsible. Let's walk round here into one of the jungle sections. I'm not hearing any noise now. I mean, if they were wild campers like us, knowing full well they shouldn't be in here, they may have got perhaps spooked by our presence, thinking that perhaps we were the landowner, and maybe they've moved on. I'd have no issue with them being in here. It's not my ground after all. They'll only be doing the same thing as us. But I do like to know who's around, shall we say. You know, if I could spot them camping in here, I would at least go over and say hello and sort of put them at ease that we're doing just the same thing as them. But yeah, no sign of them. I'll cut through here and loop back to the camp, I think. I've looped round the whole area. No sign of any people. Maybe they, like I say, got spooked and just moved on. I've gone full circle of the immediate area. Come to this little spot. Another nice little spot that I like, but this time of year it's just too many bugs, because we got the ditch just off to the left. Always a lot of mozzies and that around. But, I spin you around. Where we're camping. I don't know if you can hear that. Someone's splitting some wood. Straight through them thinner, tall standing trees there. Our campsite's about 100 metres through there. If I keep turning round, some of the pines. The old camp is 100, 200 metres up that hill, on the top of the hill. But no sign of any people. So I'll work my way back, I think. I think I'll drop down there, cross the ditch, up the bank the other side, and work my way up around that and come in the camp via the back door, as it were. Right, let's get across this little ditch. Pretty near dried right up now, as you can see. It's one of the points where the deer cross, and I don't know how well you'll make that out on film. A little trail up through there. That's not people, that's just the deer. No people coming this way. It's their usual route through here. Got a water source down there. Not much water in it now, but it's always running, no matter how hot it gets. It's fed by a spring at the top of the hill. So it's an important point for the wildlife. I say our camp's up through there, which is what I'm heading to now. Just follow this old deer trail. That stream and ditch is also one of the boundary markers. The bit we're on belongs to one, and across the other side of that is a big house over on the right hand side, and that's where our noisy neighbours live, over there. They've got I'm guessing young kids, well, teenage kids, and they're like, you know, riding dirt bikes and such like around their part of the wood, having the odd party. So they're to the right of the ditch, and this is the back door into our camp. You can see the back of Dan's tarp there. I think it's Daniel. You know what I'm like, I'm bloody terrible with names. Chris and Dan, I'm sure it's Chris and Dan. I'm going to feel terrible if I get it wrong on the video. Dan's just getting set up. There the guys having a right old natter about something. They don't even know I'm here at the moment, as I'm creeping in via the back door.
Mixed herbs, mixed herbs on the chicken one, oregano on the beef one.
They're speaking that foreign northern language. I might have to put subtitles on the video. Chris has prepared us a curry. Is this good news? We won't know until the morning. If we all disappear into different parts of the woodland, maybe it wasn't ideal, but it smells nice. First course. Well, we've had dinner, and yes, I forgot to video the curry, but it was very nice lamb curry that Chris made. It was good. We had it with naan bread and some rice. Very, very pleasant. Did you hear that? It's just having an effect on Mark already. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those camps.
Oh, it stinks. Sorry about that.
I might have some footage that I can get a picture out of or something like that, but yeah, I forgot to film it. Sorry, but it was very nice. Well, we've had a good evening, complete with our friends from the frozen north. It's yes, it's been a fun one. Not too much filming, a certain amount that I wouldn't be allowed to film, otherwise I'll get banned. But yeah, we had a giggle. It was a good evening. So settle down in the Russian, and I'll see you in the morning. Morning. It's about 8 o'clock. We all slept quite well. Lovely morning. Beautiful sunny. Oh, first coffee of the day. Starting to wake up very, very slow. But yeah, good night. Apart from Dan got a bit disturbed in the middle of the night. He had an over-friendly squirrel going through his food bag in the middle of the night. Disturbed him, or at least he thinks it was a squirrel. It was obviously dark, but it was something small, and it kept hopping in and out of his bag. But apart from that, we had a decent night. I think it was about midnight, I think, when we went to bed. So yeah, I had sort of 7 or 8 hours, which is good. Have something to eat in a bit, and then see what the plan is for the rest of the day. The guys are down here for several nights. My plan is that I'm going to pop home at some time this morning, just check on Kate, check everything's all right with her, she doesn't need anything, and then come back this afternoon and do a second night. Well, that's the plan. Not sure yet. I might even change out some of the equipment and do something different for the second night. Slept fine in the Russian hammock, but it's nice to change things up a little bit sometimes. Don't know yet. Might have a change. Time for breakfast. Welcome back. Bit of a short interlude in the filming there. It's the middle of day 2. It's lunchtime. As much as I slept well last night in the Russian hammock, with it being so enclosed and very mild at the moment, I was a bit sort of hot and stuffy. So I've popped home, because I only live like 10 minutes away. Popped home, dropped off the Russian, picked up the decathlon hammock, so it'll be a bit of a cooler night hopefully. I don't mind my body being warm, but I do like that sort of fresh air feel on my face when I'm in the hammock especially. And last night it was just a bit hot and sweaty. So yeah, night 2 will be in the decathlon hammock, open, no bug net. Right, let's walk back to the camp, find the guys. I must say it's quite pleasant walking to and fro with quite a light rucksack, because I left half my kit behind. I've left the tarp and everything up and just disconnected the hammock, packed that, walked home, picked up the new stuff, walking back in, and of course resupplied water while I was out. It made sense to. And I might have accidentally resupplied some extra beer too at the shop, like you do. So yeah, just walking back in to see the guys. I'll catch up with you in a bit. I've found the other campers. You hear them? There, straight through there. About 50 metres. 3 people, I think. But it's not kids. They're, you know, people our age, which is something. But yeah, at least I know where they are now. Trouble is, they're on my route out. I might have to take a different route. If I turn round, in fact from here I can see Chris's tarp about here-ish, just through them trees. So we weren't far apart last night.
The apartment. Eh? You turn around, the apartment was gone. Right, she's sitting in the corner. Look at them. just all it was there was tin foil. We're running about, where's his partridge gone? The dogs were sitting there licking their lips. I don't know even know why the birds went, they must have mollushed the lot.
Well, that was good timing. Made it back to the camp. The guys have got burgers on the grill. Hey, it's lunchtime. That's the hammock swapped out. We've got the decathlon in its place now. That'll be a bit cooler overnight. Not so sweaty, hopefully. But we shall see. We're just having a bit of a wander around, and we found the answer to the mystery of the lights that we had the other week. I don't know quite whether you can spot that on film, but a string of lights right down there, cutting across, back up this side, and out and round here. Where we're camping is sort of straight through there, just outside that open area where the thick trees are again. So this must be the lights that we heard. We saw, and where we heard the noise. Those of you having a party up here. They've done a lot of work because the ground's actually been levelled through here. This never used to be like this. They've built a platform. So yeah, someone's done a lot of work. It's got to be the landowner of this section. Shame, because we used to like camping in this area, but now it's just too active. Right, we've decided to go on a mission. Across the valley there, they've got far too many of those stumps, and we need a new chopping block. Just after I finished that piece of filming, voices just a few feet away. So we've just legged it down through this bank. Obviously it's the landowner. This ditch is the border. We're back on home territory. Oh, that was fun and games, that was. Wait, stay there.
You carried it most of the way, you get the glory.
Yeah.
I'll say Dango.
Right, we're just back having a rest and a beer because we've been on a bit of a mission. We wanted a big stump for the camp. Hey presto, we've got one. And that young man sitting on top of the stump, well, he carried it nearly all the way back. But it was a bit of a rushed operation because we was just liberating it, and the landowner turned up, so we had to leg it with the stump. But it's back. We have the first choppage.
Yeah, baby.
Woo.
The stump is doing its first job.
Yes.
It's working lovely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good height, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spot on.
It's a nice height.
Latest forecast is a little bit of rain. So I've undone the tarp from the ridge line. Just pulled him over, sort of one loop. So I've got more out on the far side there, out flat. So I've actually got an area to sit under. We've also put up a spare tarp for a seating area. Not quite how well I can show you that. Yeah, so we've got that one there to sit under if it does come on in the evening. Don't know quite how much it's going to be yet, but it's just about being prepared really.
Oh, there's a challenge for you. It's a bit thinner. Oh, well, quite frankly, Christopher, that will not do the fire much good. Just done the same thing to the other side.
Right, for tonight's tea, under the Dutch oven there, we're doing pizzas. Proper pizzas in the wood. What more could you want?
Right. Oh, he's took it. Good.
Superb. Oh well, it does the job, doesn't it?
Well,
Sort of.
What us Mackens do? Well, we haven't got a knife.
there's some
Get the
pizza
scissors
there,
out.
everyone.
Pretty knackered. It's bedtime. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. And it is now. When I first woke up, there was a little bit of rain, not much. And now it's gone. Although it is forecast for wet today. So I've just had a coffee and I'm going to get on and pack up while it's dry. I've come just outside the camp. I guess you can see the guys in the background there. It's been a funny weekend of filming because there's been a lot of mucking about, and every time I go to film something, people are deliberately saying things, shall I say, in the background. So I'm not quite sure how much video this is going to make, because I'm going to have to chop out loads, otherwise I'll get banned. But yeah, it's been a very pleasant little camp, this one. 2 nights. Chris and Dan coming down from Sunderland, which is, you know, hell of a trip. I think they've enjoyed themselves. Been nice to meet them. Chatted online with them for, you know, quite some time. And I only knew them as subscribers, sort of thing, and this is the first time I've met them. But yeah, 2 nice guys. They'll definitely be welcome back anytime they want to come down. But it is a long trip for them. But yeah, it's been a good one. I've enjoyed this. Right, let's go and get some packing done. Okay, I'm all packed up. I'm going to walk out. Oh, there he is. Thanks to Chris. Thanks to Dan and Mark over the background there. Yeah, don't forget him, silly boy. Yeah, thanks for watching if you watched to this far, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya.